Have you ever found yourself in a situation so difficult, so seemingly hopeless, that you questioned whether life held any real purpose? Perhaps you lost a job you loved, faced heartbreak, or felt trapped by circumstances outside your control. In moments of deep struggle, it's natural to ask, why is this happening to me? Is there still meaning in all of this? Today, we turn to the powerful insights of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the unimaginable horrors of Nazi concentration camps and emerged with groundbreaking wisdom on the human capacity for resilience. If you've ever felt lost during hard times, Frankl's lessons on finding meaning can illuminate a path through the darkness. By the end of this exploration, you'll discover that even when life feels impossibly bleak, a deeper sense of purpose can carry you through. Viktor Frankl, 1905 to 1997, was an Austrian neurologist, psychiatrist, and Holocaust survivor. In his 20s and 30s, Frankl was already an accomplished mental health professional, working alongside notable figures like Sigmund Freud and Alfred Adler. But his life took a drastic turn when the Nazis deported him and his family to multiple concentration camps, including Auschwitz and Dachau. Frankl witnessed unimaginable suffering. His parents and wife did not survive the camps. Yet, in the midst of hopelessness, he observed how some prisoners maintained an inner spark. They found a reason to press on, whether it was loved ones waiting for them or an unfinished work they felt called to complete. Fascinated by this question, what allows some people to endure overwhelming adversity? Frankl refined a theory that would revolutionize our understanding of human resilience: logotherapy, literally meaning therapy through meaning. At the heart of Frankl's philosophy is the belief that meaning is the primary driver of human life. He argued that more than seeking pleasure, Freud's view, or power, Adler's view, human beings fundamentally yearn for a sense of purpose. When life feels empty or cruel, that hunger for meaning becomes even more pronounced. Reflect for a moment. Have you ever felt an ache that no distraction or comfort could soothe? Perhaps you tried new hobbies, indulged in entertainment, or chased achievements, only to remain unsatisfied at the end of the day. Frankl would say you were experiencing an existential vacuum, a void where meaning should be. Filling this vacuum with genuine purpose, rather than fleeting pleasures, is the key to resilience. Frankl developed logotherapy to help people discover and embrace the meaning in their lives. While traditional psychotherapy often delves into one's past to uncover hidden traumas, logotherapy focuses on the future, on what you can become, the tasks you can fulfill, and the values you can realize. It invites you to shift from the question, "Why do I suffer?" to, "What is this suffering calling me to do?" In logotherapy, you're encouraged to identify meaning in three primary ways. 1. By creating a work or doing a deed. Your purpose can come from what you produce, be it art, innovation, or simply dedicated work that benefits others. 2. By experiencing something or encountering someone. Human connections, the beauty of nature, or aesthetic appreciation can all forge meaning. 3. By the attitude we take toward unavoidable suffering. Even if life strips away everything else, freedom, comfort, health, you still retain the power to choose how you respond internally. This choice itself can be deeply meaningful. Frankl's experiences in the concentration camps were the crucible for these ideas. Surrounded by hunger, fear, and the constant threat of death, he observed how prisoners who saw a future goal, reuniting with family, publishing a manuscript, or performing a duty, maintained a spark of hope. Conversely, those who lost a sense of meaning succumbed more quickly to despair. In his seminal book, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl recounts the stark reality. For many, physical survival wasn't possible. But for those who did survive, mental survival hinged on retaining even a small shred of purpose. A prisoner might dream of giving a lecture one day, or believe that a loved one still needed them. Though the immediate environment was horrifying, this internal beacon guided them through unimaginable days and nights. Frankl emphasizes that although we can't always control our external circumstances, we remain free to choose our attitude. This last freedom is what transforms mere survival into a life brimming with dignity, courage, and moral beauty, even in the harshest conditions. This principle echoes the Stoic idea that external events are often out of our hands, but how we interpret and respond to them is our ultimate domain. In the camps, Frankl saw that some prisoners secretly shared bread with those in worse condition, or comforted others despite their own despair. Their circumstances were dire, yet they didn't lose sight of compassion or humanity. Translate this to your own life. When you face a job loss, a broken relationship, or an illness, it's natural to feel overwhelmed. But Frankl's lesson is that your response, whether you choose bitterness or empathy, despair or a renewed sense of purpose, remains yours alone. This perspective doesn't trivialize your hardship. Rather, it empowers you to shape meaning out of pain, reminding you that even in darkness, you hold an inner light that no circumstance can extinguish. Frankl emphasized that suffering isn't inherently meaningful, but we can discover meaning through it by the attitude we adopt. This doesn't mean you should seek suffering, nor does it imply that suffering is good. Rather, it's a recognition that adversity can be an opportunity to grow, to demonstrate courage, or to better understand your priorities and values. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this hardship? Perhaps losing a job prompts you to pursue a passion you'd long neglected. Or maybe grappling with health issues allows you to develop greater empathy for others in pain. Frankl believed that even the worst suffering can be redeemed if it leads us to a deeper appreciation for life, stronger relationships, or an expanded sense of purpose. As he famously said, in some ways, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning. How do you begin to cultivate this resilience and meaning in your own difficult times? Consider these practical approaches drawn from Frankl's logotherapy. 1. Goal setting. Identify a specific, tangible aim, no matter how small, something that compels you forward. This might be completing a creative project, volunteering for a cause you care about, or planning an event with loved ones. A purposeful goal acts like a lighthouse in the fog, guiding you onward even when life feels chaotic. 2. Shift the question. Instead of why me, ask what now, or what is being asked of me by this situation? Reflecting on how adversity can refine your character or open unexpected doors can ease the sting of hardship. 3. Act with responsibility. Frankl often said we should see ourselves as questioned by life each day. Every decision, every encounter is an opportunity to respond responsibly. Whether that means offering kindness in a small interaction or facing a daunting project with integrity, your response can infuse everyday acts with deeper meaning. 4. Value-based journaling. Write about the values most important to you: family, creativity, justice, compassion, spirituality. Then consider how your daily actions align with these values. This helps anchor you in meaning rather than drifting aimlessly. Frankl warned that modern life often breeds an existential vacuum, a pervasive sense of emptiness where people lack direction. Technological distractions, shifting moral codes, and social isolation can compound this feeling. When combined with personal crises, like losing a loved one or facing financial ruin, the void can feel immense, leading to despair or cynicism. Logotherapy approaches this vacuum by shifting your focus away from the emptiness itself and toward constructive engagements. You might find meaning in creativity, writing, painting, coding something new, in connecting deeply with loved ones or nature, or in purposeful acts of service. Frankl believed that devoting ourselves to something greater, be it a cause, person, or spiritual conviction, can fill the void far more effectively than fleeting pleasures or aimless distractions. Despair, according to Frankl, arises when suffering minus meaning equals 0. If you can add meaning to the equation, even suffering no longer feels pointless. This shift from despair to purpose can literally be life-saving in times of intense stress or adversity. So how does all of this apply to you right now? Think about the hardest situations you've faced, be it heartbreak, illness, or overwhelming responsibilities. Did you find a lesson, a new perspective, or a sense of growth hidden in that pain? If not, perhaps now is the moment to look again. The key idea Frankl leaves us with is that we are never mere victims of circumstance. We are co-authors of our life's narrative. Even if you feel powerless, you can choose an attitude that fosters growth and hope. Even when stripped of freedom and comfort, as Frankl was in the camps, your inner decision to remain compassionate, purposeful, and loving can never be taken from you. This is the essence of his message. Meaning is always available if we choose to see it. In your darkest hours, let Frankl's wisdom be a guiding star. Ask, what does this situation demand of me? How can I transform pain into a deeper understanding of life? And who might benefit from the person I become through this hardship? These questions don't erase suffering, but they can infuse it with purpose. And where there is purpose, there is resilience, hope, and a future worth living for. Thank you for joining me on this journey.